Hello people, what is crack a lacking? Inspirational A here, back with another episode of the MMA, my MMA series, No Skill to Skill. Now you may be wondering why I'm standing here. Reason being is this video is about motivation. And one of the first things that motivates me for my martial arts journey, I'm not on about in life in general, but I'll touch upon that a little bit as well. But one of the things that motivates me, especially when I'm in here working out, or I find it tough, is my wall of motivation. As you can see, I've got some sayings here, I've got martial artists on the wall, I've got medals, and as you can see I've got Kobe stuff as well. It's all stuff that inspires me and motivates me to keep going. All for different reasons. Obviously the martial artists, so I've got Donnie Young, you can't see him but I've got Donnie Young there, Jackie Chan, Jet Li, George Perry. They're all martial artist people that inspire me and motivate me. Because I always think, would they ever give up? No. Donnie Young has done, for example, Donnie Young has trained and studied in, you name it, everything. He's done all sorts. Modern martial arts, from kickboxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, to old stuff like Kido, Keten, the one that Bruce Lee made famous, Jet Doon, probably saying it wrong. You know, Jackie Chan, an absolute legend in his own right. GSP, one of the best martial artists in the world. You know. So it's all stuff that motivates me. Same with the sayings. Again, you can't really see them, but that one says never give up. That one says keep on believing yourself and do unbelievable things. I can and I will. And then success belongs to those who are willing to work harder than anyone else. All sayings I believe very much in. And there has been points where, and I'm not just saying this for the camera effect or whatever, there has been points where I have been finding it hard. I've looked at this wall, I've looked at those posters, and I thought, yeah, I am never going to give up. That one's true, because a year ago I could never do a spinning back kick. I could never do a jumping spinning back kick. My boxing was very basic. It's very just power shots and stand there. You know, there's a lot more faking now. I can fake a lot more, and I fake a lot more. I move about, and I duck and weave, you know, all that sort of stuff. I can, I will. Pretty self-explanatory. You know, I can and I will. I can do martial arts, and I will do martial arts. I can do a spinning back kick, and I will. And then that last one is, you know, I do work hard, which I'll come on to that bit later. Then you got the medals. You know, they're all successful runs I've done, which keep me motivated for the running, especially because I think to myself when I look at a wall. That's a full marathon. You can't see it, but there's a full marathon one now I've done. They're all 10Ks. Yes, granted they're not as long as the 10, well not all of them. Some of them are only 3Ks. Granted some of them are not, you know, they're not full marathons, but they keep me motivated. So that's the first thing that keeps me motivated, my wall of motivation. Because like I said, I've got martial artists on there that inspire me, I've got runs that I've done, that shows, you know, inspire me to keep going, because it shows I can do it when I put my mind to it. And then on this corner we got Cobes. Do I need to say anything about Kobe? Apart from he was an absolute legend and one of the, in my opinion, the greatest basketball player ever. I know people are going to say Jordan and LeBron, but in my opinion, it's Kobe. Black Mamba, the Mamba mentality, the Mamba mentality. Don't need to say any more. One of the hardest working people in the room, and I always try and be like that. So my second one is. The second thing that keeps me motivated is my kickboxing coach. And in general, my kickboxing team, my kickboxing coach, my jiu-jitsu coach, they all keep me motivated, you know. If I was to give up, they wouldn't let that happen for one. If I was to say, right, I give up now, I can't be bothered, they would not let me do that. Obviously, my striking coach you've seen in my PT class, PT one we did, and he's also appeared in the MMA podcast, so check that out. You know, he would never let me give up, and he's always motivating me, always pushing me to be better, always showing me stuff to do and improve on, and he will give me the good advice and the bad advice, and you know, tell me what I'm doing wrong, tell me what I'm doing right. So he's a big motivation, and see the stuff he's succeeded and done in life gives me that motivation, because I would like to get to a similar level. Not in kickboxing, because my main goal is MMA, but you know, he's won championships, he's won stuff on big stages. I'd like to do the same. Same with my jiu-jitsu coach. He's won stuff on big stages. He was the Niagara, or is the Niagara champion. I think he won it last year. And he's always motivated me to keep going and keep, and always believe in me. So with their belief behind me, it kind of motivates me as well to keep going. So yeah, that's that. Third thing that keeps me motivated, and that was one nice. I had to keep down nice shorts, pretty obvious, kickboxing, and jiu-jitsu. My coach has always motivated me and keeping me going. So third thing that keeps me going, which is third thing that keeps me motivated, as you would have seen, is friends. I think it's important to have those friends in life that will push you, motivate you, and always be there for you no matter what. G-Man is a great example of that, if not probably the closest one. Same with Matt, my striking coach, because even though he's my striking coach, he is a friend of mine as well. We have chatted many times about a lot of stuff. He's quite a bit about my personal life. We are good friends. He's not just a striking coach. But that's the G-Man, as you know, on the channel. He has always motivated me, always kept me going. Like when I go to most of my runs, he's come with me, watched me, cheered me on. I think apart from one or two of those, he's come to the runs most of them. But he's always there motivating me. He's always cheering me on, always liking my stuff and saying keep going, don't give up, So as friends, it's good to have those friends in life that motivate you and keep you going. Same Matt, he does the same, motivates me, keeps me going no matter what. And I do have another friend, as you know, on this channel, my ex. She always, keeps me going. She's, and says she's proud of me, and always motivating me and saying, keep going, don't give up. You've got to work hard. All that sort of stuff. They always say the right stuff, all three of them. So friends. I think friends are very important. You need to surround yourself with positive people, positive mindsets, because I think they're the people that keep you going. When you find it hard or you want to give up. I certainly have experienced that. I've never got to the point where I want to give up personally, but when I find it hard, they've always said you need to keep going. So positive people around you, positive friends. And then the fourth thing is, as you would have seen in the title, myself. That may be a weird one for you guys to understand, but what I mean is I've always been a motivated person, whatever I do, and this is where I can talk about a bit of about life in general now as well. I've always, not always, but since I had a bit of a heartbreaking year, a couple of years ago, it switched me around. I've always been a motivated person to keep going, no matter what I put my mindset to. So whether, for example, songwriting, I've been motivated to do that. And I've got 3 books worth of songs. Not all of them are good. I'll admit that. Not all of them are good. Are all of them going to be released? Hell no, because there's some on there that I don't want released. But there is, some that I definitely want to get released, like My Angel in Heaven. That is not the best. That is a better version than what it was. So that's just a sample. Songwriting, YouTube. I've been doing YouTube for 8 years now, believe it or not, or I think something like that. And I've never given up at one point. I could have, because I've been I was stuck on 150 subscribers for ages. Never given up. Same back to the point where we're talking about martial arts. It is something I've never given up on. It's one of those things, if I put my mind to it, I will grind, work my ass off until I've got to the stage where I'm either happy with it, or I can't do no more. So for example, with martial arts, that would be probably winning a championship in a cage. In the cage. I'm not talking UFC, like Cage Warriors or the London-based one. Same with songwriting. Maybe if I ever released 4 or 5 albums, make money off it, then I'd stop. But the point I'm trying to say is, whatever I put my mind to, I've always made myself to keep going. I've always, no matter what, kept myself going. And I think that's very important. I think as much you can have the other 3 things I mentioned, not number 1 necessarily, because that's something I've done, one of my personal things. But I think the other 3 and the second one, but if I think you can have the other one, friends. You can maybe start something and have the coaches that will, you know, motivate you. But I think personally, if you're not motivated yourself, or you're not willing to grind it out and put the hard work in, you're not going to get there. That's something I've always been, and I've always been told by people, especially my coach, that I'm a hard working person, that I'm always grinding. Even a mate in work the other day said it. I can agree. I personally do. No, I am a very hard working person. You know, I have a mate that always says to me, you do too much. I get that. Yeah, sometimes I do too much. But in my eyes, it's grinding. So for example, when you see this video, the day I've done this video, because you're seeing this video on a Wednesday or Thursday, depending on when I post it, but I actually record this video on a Sunday, I've done 2 other videos. As well as started working on my Nan's song. I'll be doing songwriting. It's just an example, you know. Whatever I put my mindset to, I will grind and work my ass off until I got to a point where I'm happy with it. So yeah, I think if you don't, that is the most important thing. If you don't have that mindset, and you've got to have a positive mindset as well. I'm always positive. I'm always trying to see the best in situations. If I don't, you know, do something correct, I don't have a go at, like for martial arts. If I can't do a kick, I don't think for myself, fuck's sake, I'm not going to get it done, you know. I think, right, I'm going to keep practicing this until I can get it done. Spinning back kick's a perfect example. At the beginning of martial arts, I can never do that. Now I can hit it with power, force, accuracy pretty much all the time. You know, a roundhouse kick to the head. Never could do that before. But now I could do that with power, accuracy, you know. So I think it's about mindset as well. Positive mindset. You've got to have a positive mindset, and you just got to grind and work your ass off until you get to that point, you know. So that's the main thing I want you guys to take away from this is you've got to yourself be in the right mindset. So make sure you surround yourself positive people, positive mind. You set yourself a goal of what you want to achieve, and you work your ass off until you achieve it. You work hard. Because my first cage fight took me 2 years to get it. Because the first year I couldn't sell the tickets, I didn't have many friends, I couldn't raise the money set for charities. This year, it's obviously got postponed because of COVID. Am I going to give up? No, I'm going to continue to train my ass off, work my ass off, so when I'm step in that cage, I'm ready, you know? And I just really do think that's the thing you guys need to, you know, do is work your ass off, grind, mind your set, positive mindset, positive people around you. Put your mind to what you want to do and stick to it. Don't be like me. I'm multitasking at the moment because I've got my mindset on songwriting, YouTube and martial arts. But, you know, essence, just find something you want to grind at and do it. So yeah, I hope that kind of motivates you guys. I know it's for a hard time and I didn't mention much about life. You know, but it's the same thing with life really. Positive mindset, positive people, and it'll keep you going. Because it kind of works into an action with the stuff you want to achieve in life. So I've been inspirational. I don't know what the next episode of this is. I think it's how I deal with losses. I think. Don't quote me on that. And yeah, so I will see you next week. Next video we'll see is my Nan's Angel in Heaven, which will be dropped on Friday. And then next week's schedule will be I'm doing a video on X Academy and next MMA video. Fortunately, the series is coming to an end, so you know it's a bit of a go, but it is what it is. Hope you enjoy this video. Hope you have a good rest of the week. I will see you later. Cheers. Bye.